your screen and search for the Guard channel on TuneIn to listen.
Jeez, a mess today. Hey guys, welcome. Sorry I had to push this back a couple times. Oh, just so much going on this week. Feels like start getting busy like from week before Thanksgiving all the way through to the new year. But welcome. Hey Greg, welcome. Yes, I did just get out of the shower about 10 minutes ago. So, all right, we're going to talk about Vegas. There's so much going on this weekend, guys. Some of it you may have heard about it in your local news. Some is going to be new. Some is good news. Some is absolutely, or at least one thing that we're going to talk about is just absolutely terrible. But I think we need to talk about it because it is. Hello from Wales. Hey, Jason, welcome. Thank you so much for watching and supporting our channel. So there's one story that is just absolutely terrible. It's heartbreaking, but we have to talk about it because it's Vegas and it's a reality. It's something that is a reality of living here in Vegas. People travel here to Vegas for any number of reasons. People come here for. Mitchell, hey, love the show. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Sunday's it's going to be really nice. Be here tomorrow morning. All right. Welcome, Mark. Yeah, again, long weekend here in Vegas. There's so much going on. All right, so let's get into it, guys. So first of all, my name is Sebastian Rodriguez. I am the host, hey Vance, of Ninth Island Connection. We are a weekly lifestyle television show about Vegas. Check out our channel so that you can see where our television show airs. We air across the entire state of Hawaii twice per week. We air all of Southern California on various channels depending on what county you're in. We air right here in Vegas on 3 different channels, channel 37, 14, and 379. We air in Yuma, Arizona, and all 4 seasons of our television show is available for streaming on the Hey Vegas app. And that's going to be on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. So check that out if you haven't. It is a weekly 30-minute show about Vegas. All right, so let's get into this live update. And there's so much going on right now. Let's start with weather because this time of year, it's colder. It's like high 50s, mostly sunny though. So it doesn't feel as cold because you have full sun. And when the wind is down, it's actually really nice to be outside. So that's one of the big things about this weekend if you're going to be in town. It's absolutely perfect weather for walking around, exploring. You guys always hear me talk about the Arts District and downtown East Fremont side. I talk about those areas because they're very walkable, and it's a very different experience than the Strip. And you still have access. I mean, Fremont Street is right there, so you still have access to casinos and gambling and that stuff. The Arts District is actually just in between the Stratosphere and Fremont Street. And there's restaurants, there's live music, there's pubs, there's great venues for live music with no cover charge. There's just so much to do down there. There's shopping, and it's a more local, kind of 50-50, I would say, tourist and local down in that area for all of the reasons that I just mentioned. And this time of year, like I said, it's just perfect to be outside. So in the overnight hours, though, it is going to be in the 30s. So definitely be prepared for the cold as soon as the sun goes down. And sun is going down these days around, I don't know, where I am in Henderson, it seems like around 4:15 to 4:30. It's already it's dark outside already. And the temperature change is immediate. Now, with that being said, though, in the casinos, you're going to find that it's very warm. Like they crank up the heat during these cold months. So if you have a big coat on, you're going to be uncomfortable. So that's where just a jacket is fine if you're going to be in the casinos. All right, so let's talk about news. We have to talk about F1. And I, not to beat this horse, but everybody's talking about F1, and we have to share that as well because it is a big deal what's going on right now, and that is the teardown. There's still a lot of traffic, not as much traffic as the lead up to F1, but there still is plenty of traffic in and around the strip, really the entire track area, because they're tearing down all of these structures. The structure outside of Bellagio is still there, but it's really just a shell. They've completely gutted that giant structure that was outside, that is still on the fountains out there in front of Bellagio. So that means Bellagio sidewalk is still completely shut down from end to end. You cannot stand on the sidewalk and watch the fountains. If you're looking to watch the Bellagio fountains, you're still going to be, I mean, you can see like the top part of it from across the street on, the Planet Hollywood side of the strip. Paris and Planet Hollywood, I believe, is on that side. Horseshoe. Yeah, that side of the strip. You can still see the fountains, but you're going to see the top half of it. If you're staying in Planet Hollywood, in Horseshoe, in Paris, even Caesars, of course, inside of Bellagio with a fountain view, you can see the show. But from the sidewalk, you're not going to be able to see it. You can see it from the walkway on Cosmopolitan side. There's that long walkway that goes along the driveway. You can watch the fountain show from there. But it is going to be very crowded because that's one of the few areas that you can get a clean view outdoors of the Bellagio fountains. So that's going on. Staying with Bellagio, they are replacing the trees that they chopped down for Formula One. That's a sarcastic smirk because they said that they were not going to tear them down, and then they tore them down, they cut them down. And overnight when nobody could see, like you woke up, went down there the next morning and the trees had been chopped down. So there are new trees on property. They're already at Bellagio. They're in pots though. They are going to be putting them in the ground. So who knows when the Bellagio sidewalk is going to be open again, because right now they're tearing down that massive structure that was an F1 grandstand right there in front of Bellagio. And that's expected to take several more weeks. Right, so now we're halfway through December when we're talking several more weeks from now. So that's expected to take several more weeks to tear down that Bellagio grandstand, and then they have to tear up the sidewalk to put in these giant trees that are in pots, and then cover them up. Now they're saying that all of this is going to be complete by New Year's Eve, but who knows, right? Who knows? Hopefully they get it done. And I'm a big fan of them getting it done. I love New Year's Eve here in Vegas. We've spent New Year's Eve on the strip before. It's a really, really fun experience. So I hope that that whole Bellagio mess is sorted out before New Year's Eve, because a lot of people do come here to be able to walk the strip at midnight and watch the fireworks off of the top of the hotels there on the strip. I mean, it's Vegas, right? There's nowhere in the world like this. So I hope that they get that done. And the reason that they're putting the trees in pots in the ground is so that next year for Formula One, which has already been announced, that's already been confirmed, Formula One will be here November 2024, and they're going to be on the strip once again. So if you're planning trips for next year, like I know a lot of people plan trips a year in advance or more. If you're looking at next year, November, end of October, into November, Formula One is coming back. All of these structures are going to be going back up. So be prepared for that. So the reason they're putting the trees in pots is so that they can just remove the trees still in pots and store them for the race and then replace them, so they don't have to go through the embarrassment and backlash of chopping down all of these over 50-year-old mature trees like they did this year for Formula One. So let's see what else is going on here in Vegas. Oh, so I'm going to talk about this news story. They won't start setting up again for June for the race. We don't know. We don't know, Vance. That's a great question. This year, because they had to do everything this year. They had to do the repaving, really build out the entire infrastructure for the inaugural race. With the paddock building, the headquarters for F1 here in Vegas. They had to do this all for the first time. They actually started I want to say March, April, May timeframe. They started with road closures and some of the repaving. Now, I don't think they have to repave the road every year, which the repaving, that seemed to be the biggest headache, because they were trying to repave almost 4 miles of track all at the same time, all around the strip. And where you had the middle of summer, um, which is the busiest time of year here in Vegas, right? Summer months. So they were trying to do all of that in the summer. There's still construction. There was construction still happening for the Fontainebleau. There was just so much going on all at the same time. And then so it was just a big mess. So we don't know, because this year or next year, 2024, will be the first time since the initial setup. So hopefully they learned a bunch of lessons, and the impact on locals, really most importantly, that work in and around the Strip, the impact is less than it was this year, because it was an absolute nightmare for anybody around the Strip. And you know what? Tourists that really make this city run, they were having a terrible experience getting to and from the airport. Ride shares were so crowded, taking an hour to get a ride share to go from one casino property to downtown or to a restaurant to out to eat. It was just a big mess for everybody, really. So hopefully it's a lot smoother 2024, which tickets are already on sale. And if you take a look at room rates are like 25% for 2024 of what they were initially when the race was announced for 2023. So we all know that people weren't spending $1,500 per night at Excalibur for the race for 2023. So those prices dropped way down. Actually, about 3 weeks out from the initial race, they were just trying to fill rooms. So they dropped the prices dramatically. And I think 2024 is really comparable to the lower rates in the weeks leading up to the 2023 race. So good to see that. I mean, they know that people aren't coming to spend that kind of money in Vegas, because people come here to eat, to watch shows, to gamble, to do so much more than just come for the race, right? Or really any event. When people come here for a football game, they're not coming in on a Sunday morning, going to a game at Allegiant Stadium and then flying out, right? They're eating, they're doing other shows, they're gambling. And I think the city learned a valuable lesson that it's the same thing with F1. It is a weekend thing, but people are coming here to do everything else that people do in Vegas, and not just the race, right? So trying to charge those ridiculous rates for rooms just bit them in the butt, really. So I do have to talk about this, and I want to get it out of the way because it is a big story here locally. I don't know if it was reported in anybody else's local news, but over that Formula One week, the entire week of the event, right? There were over 215 sex trafficking victims that were rescued by a massive sting operation that was comprised of FBI, local and federal FBI, and local police departments working together, the sheriff department working together, Department of Homeland Security. There were so many different agencies working together, and they rescued about 215 sex trafficking victims here in Vegas during the Formula One week, which is absolutely horrendous. I mean, it's great that they were rescued, but it's horrendous that only 215 got rescued. I mean, who knows how many did not get rescued, right? I'm sure the 215 is a small number, small percentage of the overall amount of women that are victims to sex trafficking, and men, boys, girls, women, men that are victims to sex trafficking. And Vegas is a hotspot. Now, of those 215, at least 5 of them were underage minors that had been reported as runaways and were found here in Vegas being trafficked during the Formula One race, which is great. Great to see that happened. Terrible that. Hey, Steve. Yeah, it's gonna be nice tomorrow. Actually, you can expect like low 60s. It's gonna be really nice here in Vegas and sunny. So really great to see that happened. That those victims of sex trafficking were rescued during F1 race week, and I'm sure that it'll be a similar situation come Super Bowl. It's the first time that Super Bowl is going to be here in Vegas in February, and I hope they rescue all of those women and bust all of those people, especially the ones going after minors. It's just so terrible, All right, so let's get to fun stuff now. So Bruno Mars has announced a new lounge here in Vegas called the Pinky Ring that's going to be over at Bellagio Now, I'm not 100% on where at Bellagio it's going to be. I know they said that it's going to be off of the casino floor, but there last time we were there, which was just a couple weeks ago, we were over there at Bellagio. Yeah, just a couple weeks ago, we were there the week of Thanksgiving. So last week we were there, and there wasn't anything closed over there at Bellagio. But Bruno Mars is opening a brand new lounge just off of the casino floor. That's called the Pinky Ring. It's going to be a jazz lounge, really his style of music, right? His style of music now, which is a little bit jazzier type lounge music. So that's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to check it out. I'm a big fan of Bruno Mars. Love his music. I think he's very talented. Great performer as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking out the new lounge at Bellagio. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, there's a new professional volleyball team. And you guys let me know if you already knew that this was a thing. I did not know that volleyball was a professional sport. I mean, well, I guess I know that there is professional beach volleyball. I know of that, but I did not know that there's professional indoor volleyball. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. Of course, living in Hawaii for so many years, college volleyball, the UH Wahine volleyball team is a huge, huge thing. They always sell out the arena, all of their home games there in Hawaii. But I didn't know that there was a professional level of indoor volleyball. But of course, Vegas just announced a professional volleyball team. And this was just announced yesterday. This was announced here. Your TV is... Yes, that's good stuff. Look at that. That right there, that's Aloha Mamacita here in Vegas. And that is a birria loco moco. So birria beef over rice with mac salad, eggs on top, and all of that delicious stuff on top of it. So, so good. They have a place here. It's called Aloha Mamacita. They don't pay me for this. Nobody pays us for anything that we do. Even these guys, because this was from our television show that they were on. They did not pay us to be on the television show. Actually, nobody pays us to be on our television show. We find the businesses that we want to feature, and we just reach out to them and say, hey, we have a television show. This is where it airs. We'd love to feature you. And that's it. So they didn't pay us for this. Nobody pays us for any of it. They also don't pay us to recommend them. That's Aloha. It's called Aloha Mamacita. Hawaiian place at the plaza. Yeah, it is. It's actually really good. And if you're looking for more options, you can go right across to the Cal and hit up Aloha Specialties, which is a very popular local food, local Hawaii style food here in Vegas over there at the Cal. And that's right across, like diagonal from the plaza. So really good stuff there. Yeah, so there is a location here in Vegas of Aloha Mamacita. Yep. I watched Jaycation, and it is good. It's just like comfort food, just like that. Lots of gravy and eggs and mac salad, and don't forget the rice. Look at that, delicious. Yeah, really, really good food there at Aloha Specialties and at the Cal there. If you're looking for that local comfort food, which this time of year the weather is perfect. Any large groups in town this week? Room rates were higher than normal. Yes, Steve, we're going to get to that. We are going to get to that. So let's talk about events here in Vegas. So what's going on? Why are room rates higher than normal right now? Steve, this is for you and all of you guys that are coming in. I know there's at least 3 or 4 of you that are coming into town tomorrow and will be here through the weekend. So you've got UNLV that's going to be playing Boise State for the Mountain West Conference Championship over at Allegiant Stadium. That's going to be Saturday at noon. Black Friday special, 30% off my room rate, $30 food credit for April 5th and 6th. Yeah, no, that's a great deal. Yep, that's a really good deal. At the plaza. Yeah, no, that's great. That's a great deal. And downtown is a great part of town. If you're into pickleball, the plaza is the place to be. They're like the pickleball spot here in Vegas. They have something like, I want to say like 10 pickleball courts up on the pool level. So that's a thing here in Vegas there. So you've got UNLV versus Boise State for the Mountain West Conference Championship. This is the first time UNLV has been to a conference bowl game in like 10 years or something like that, something ridiculous. But they're playing at Allegiant Stadium. And you know what? If you guys want to check out a football game at Allegiant Stadium, it's going to be noon on Saturday. So 12 o'clock, Saturday, December 2nd. You can get tickets for as little as $20, guys. And you can go to a college football championship game here in Vegas for $20 at Allegiant Stadium. And being that it's only at noon, you still have your entire day, right? Because you'll be out of there around 3:30 to 4 o'clock, right? Depending on how early you get out of there, you still have your entire day left here in Vegas. And Allegiant Stadium is right there at Mandalay Bay. So you can pregame at Mandalay Bay, you can after party at Mandalay Bay. So check it out. That's a huge deal. We're already committed to an event, so we're not going to be able to go to the game. And the event that we're committed to is the Santa Run. The Santa Run is happening in downtown Vegas, and it is a Guinness Book of World Record holder for the most Santas in one place. It's a really, really fun run. Walk. It's like a 5K down there. You can run, you can walk, you can jog. It's great for groups and families. It's BYOB. We see, because it's Vegas, right? So we see people pulling like wagons with coolers in them, drinking cocktails, as they're all dressed in Santa suits. There's music throughout. There's like cheerleaders from local schools cheering you on to make it to the end. And then at the end, is it like a beer run? Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. It's so much fun. And I think the best thing about it, at least that we enjoy, is that it's outdoors and it's in the downtown area. So you're outside, you're doing something different in Vegas. It starts at the 3rd Street stage, right there on Fremont Street. So it starts right there at the 3rd Street stage, right by Golden Nugget. And then it goes all through downtown and it ends over by, let's see, what is the closest spot to there? Like next to the El Cortez, there's a big empty lot. And that's pretty much where it ends, over there by the El Cortez on Fremont Street. And there's just a big party there. They have like music, they've got food vendors, they've got, of course, beer vendors there. They've got music, and it's just this big outdoor thing. And then another fun thing about it is we typically just stay in the downtown area for the afternoon. So we'll go eat somewhere, we'll go do a little gambling, just kind of hang out downtown in Fremont Street. And you're going to see Santas everywhere, people with these Santa costumes just all around the downtown area. It's so much fun. Highly recommended. And 100% of the proceeds go to a local nonprofit here that's called Opportunity Village. And Opportunity Village mission is to help adults with developmental disabilities be able to live on their own. So they teach them life skills like job placement, how to balance a checkbook, how to pay your bills, how to ride the bus, really life skills so that they can be independent. And that's just an awesome mission, because we know that a large portion of the homeless population does have mental disabilities or mental illness. And they're just kind of out there just not knowing how to live. And this organization's entire mission is to help those people, adults with developmental disabilities, really be independent and live on their own. That's a mission that I love and will always help support. And it's, you have fun while you're doing it, right? You're doing essentially a bar crawl through all of downtown Las Vegas, and the proceeds go to support that mission. So that's going on this weekend. Adam Sandler is here in town. He's going to be over at the Michelob Ultra Arena. That's on December 2nd. What date is that? Sorry. Oh, that's on December 2nd, Saturday, this coming Saturday, December 2nd. And that's down in downtown Las Vegas. So you can register online. Just hit up their website. Opportunity Village is the name of the organization. So you just look them up online. You can register on their website. Great. Like I said, it's a great cause, a great organization. And they don't even know that I'm talking about them, but we're going down there to support them. Let's see. So you got Adam Sandler that's going to be over at Michelob Ultra Arena on December 2nd. I love Adam Sandler live. Big fan of his movies, even the ones that aren't that popular. uh, Big fan. He's going to be. I've seen him. I think twice. I've seen David Spade, Rob Schneider, Adam Sandler. Seen them in Hawaii. Um, Hilarious. So he's going to be over at Michelob Ultra Arena. Now, Michelob Ultra Arena, that's where the Las Vegas Aces play. That's attached to Mandalay Bay. So if you're looking like, where's Michelob Ultra? How do I get there? Just go into Mandalay Bay. You just walk right through Mandalay Bay into the arena. So that's happening December 2nd. You've also got Vegas Golden Knights are going to be in town, home at Allegiant Stadium. Hopefully they stop losing. I think they've lost like 8 in a row already. They're going to be at home at Allegiant Stadium on December 2nd and 4th. So already on December 2nd, you've got UNLV versus Boise at Allegiant Stadium. You've got VGK on December 2nd at T-Mobile Arena. You've got Adam Sandler at Michelob Ultra Arena on December 2nd. So that's 3 big events that are happening right on that end of the strip there around from New York to Mandalay Bay. So expected to be really busy over there this weekend. That's 3 big things right there. So let's see. So the Golden Knights are also going to be holding a meet and greet. This is going to be over at the Cosmopolitan on December 3rd. Yep. Yeah, they play over at Michelob Ultra. We've gone to Aces games before. It's a lot of fun. It's 100% Vegas. It's not like any WNBA team or game that you watch on television. It's Vegas. It's like so entertaining. It's loud. They sell out this arena, the Las Vegas Aces, for their home games. They sell them out. It's a lot of fun. So at the Cosmopolitan on December 3rd, the Vegas Golden Knights are hosting a meet and greet. So they're going to be signing autographs, taking pictures, just really meeting the fans over there at Cosmopolitan. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And really, they're going to be home all weekend. So they're playing at home on the 2nd, meet and greet at Cosmopolitan on the 3rd, and then they're playing at home on December 4th. Now, if you haven't been to a Vegas hockey game, definitely put it on your list. You can get cheap tickets. I've seen tickets, but you could find them from like $40, $50 and up. Totally worth it. It's such an exciting experience, even if you're not a hockey fan. It's a very Vegas hockey experience, I guess is the best way to put it. And T-Mobile Arena is a great arena. Oh, look at that. That's making me hungry right there, guys. Look at that deliciousness. That is Island Flavor here in Vegas. And they have like 6 locations here in Vegas. Such good food and really close to the strip. So this right here, if you guys know the comedian Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy, Island Flavor is his favorite restaurant to eat at whenever he performs in Vegas. He always goes to Island Flavor and eats. Let's see. What else do we got going on this weekend? You've got Usher is going to be at the Dolby Theater. That's over at Park MGM on December 1st and 2nd. Barry Manilow at the Westgate on the 1st and 2nd. Miranda Lambert is here performing at the Backed Theater. Now, the Backed Theater is at Planet Hollywood. That used to be the Zappos Theater. That's the back theater there. Sorry, I was trying to read a comment there as I was talking. And that's going to be on December 2nd and 3rd. So Saturday, Sunday here in Vegas. Let's see. Ray Romano is going to be over at the Mirage over on December 2nd. And it is still Mirage. And the word on the street is that it will continue to be Mirage. They're not touching it until after Super Bowl. Because, of course, they're going to get that Super Bowl money. And when the Mirage remodels, I don't know if you guys know this, the Mirage is going to completely shut down. Some properties that remodel, like the rooms and that kind of stuff, they'll keep the casino open as they're remodeling the rooms, but not Hard Rock or the Mirage. That's already owned by Hard Rock, but still branded as Mirage. They're going to be shutting down the property completely. Casino, everything is going to be shut down as they transform to the Hard Rock there on the strip. And where the volcano is and all of that stuff out front, that water fixture and the volcano and all of that, that's going to be where the guitar-shaped hotel is going to be, right there in that spot. So that's going to be pretty awesome. I can't wait to see it. Let's see. We've also got Garth Brooks over at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace. That's going to be on December 1st and 2nd. We've also got Carrie Underwood that's going to be in town on the 2nd over at Resorts World Las Vegas. So, Steve, to answer your question on room rates, there's a lot going on. And that's just the big names, the big things that are happening here in Vegas. Not to take anything away from the other performers, but like your Cirque shows like Love and Mad Apple, those guys, David Blaine, those guys are always here. So all of that is still happening. That's all still going on here in Vegas. And then you've got the big stuff, right? UNLV playing at Allegiant Stadium for the Mountain West Conference Championship. You've got the Santa Run. You've got Adam Sandler. You've got the Golden Knights, 2 home games, the 2nd and the 4th. You've got Usher. You've got U2 is going to be at the Sphere on the 1st and 2nd. So you've got a lot of really big things happening in addition to all of the other stuff, right? You still have Tape Face happening down at MGM. You've got all of your regular shows that happen all the time in Vegas on Friday as well. Yep. A lot of stuff happening here, Steve. That's awesome. I'm excited. We had already, Terry Fader, Carrick Top over at Luxor, which Carrick Top, that guy's been in town something like 20 years. Piff as well. Piff has been here forever over at Flamingo. So you've got all of that other stuff that always sells out and draws a crowd. And then you've got all this other stuff. So room rates are up because it's just a lot going on. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a quick getaway to come to Vegas during the winter, like December, January, February are typically slower months here, with the exception of like Christmas. People come for Christmas, people come for New Year's, and then kind of dies off. I would look like Sunday through Thursday. You're going to find really low room rates, and it's not as busy here in Vegas during those times. So you can pretty much eat at any restaurant that you want to eat at, gamble wherever you want. Your table minimums tend to be a little bit lower. So if you wanted to, try your hand at craps or cards, whatever it is, it's a better time where it's not as busy here in Vegas, and you can find pretty low room rates at that time as well. So let's close out the show with some winners, and then I'll stick around for a few minutes if you guys have any questions about what's going on here in Vegas. So some pretty big winners, and I always say to people whenever people come and visit, we just had friends here from Idaho. Already missing them. We had the best time for Thanksgiving. I'm so happy that they were able to come and enjoy Thanksgiving with us. You guys know who you are. But I was telling them, because they're not real gamblers, which is fun, because we do gamble and enjoy gambling, but it's nice to do other things, and there's so much to do here in Vegas outside of gambling. So we went to Ethel M's Chocolate Factory, we went to Lake Mead, we went to Hoover Dam, we checked out a couple restaurants off Strip, really had a lot of fun. And then of course Thanksgiving, had a lot of fun with those guys. So anyway, they're not big gamblers, which is the whole point of this rant, right? And I told them, I said, make sure you save at least $20 for the airport, because people actually win at the airport. And just last week, we had a big airport winner. Somebody leaving town was gambling of Wheel of Fortune machine, $2.50 bets, and they wound up winning $347,993. So let's just call it $348,000 at the airport on their way out of town. I don't know about you guys, but if I was visiting Vegas and I won $340,000, I'm canceling my flight immediately and rebooking right back on the Strip to do it big baller Vegas style. Absolutely. I don't know if that person did, or if they just took their winnings. I don't even know how you get paid out $350,000 at the airport. Because I know that if you guys have been to the airport, you cash that slip, you take it to a little cashier, they have a little box. Here's your $20, get on the plane, and you go about your business. So I don't even know how that happens at the airport. If you guys know, please share in the comments. But somebody at the airport, again, won $348,000 on their way out of town. We had another big winner over at the Venetian. Now, I'm going to try Texas Hold'em. I never play poker here in Vegas. I play Pai Gow, but Pai Gow poker, there's really no skill involved, which is why I gravitate to that. Really, you play the hand that you're dealt, and that's it. There's no I'll take one. There's no switching cards. You get 7 cards, you flip them over, and you try to beat the dealer's 7 cards. That's it. So super easy. But a lot of people have been winning big jackpots here in Vegas lately at Texas Hold'em. So I'm looking forward to trying my hand at Texas Hold'em. If you guys have any tips, please let me know. So somebody was playing at Venetian and they won $1,012,030. So let's just say $1 million. They won $1 million playing Texas Hold'em at the Venetian. This was just last week. Oh, this was Thanksgiving Day. Sorry, I don't mean to yell in your face, but I can't believe it. Thanksgiving Day, playing poker at the Venetian, Texas Hold'em, and won $1 million. I mean, that is definitely something to be thankful and grateful for on Thanksgiving, right? Just so nuts. So I'm definitely going to try my hand at Texas Hold'em. If you guys have any tips, comment below. Definitely looking forward to it. All right, guys, the last thing I'm going to close out with, this is for next year, but I'm talking about it now because tickets do go on sale on December 1st, which I think that's what, Thursday? Yeah, that's Thursday. No, that's Friday. So tickets go on sale on Friday, December 4th or 1st, and that's for Ringo Starr. That's going to be at the Venetian. This was just announced. Ringo Starr is going to be performing at the Venetian in May and June of 2024. But tickets are going on sale this Friday, December 1st. That's why I'm talking about it right now. My best was 4th of 417. People at Texas Hold'em won $1,400. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll take that any day of the week. All right, guys, that's a wrap on this one. Thank you guys so much for supporting our channel. Watching our television show, tuning in here and spending 37 minutes of your life with us talking about Vegas. Let us know if you guys have any questions. Ringo's first all-star band in the 90s. Yep, well, they're coming back to Vegas at the Venetian. If you guys have questions, I know some of you are going to be here in Vegas this weekend. Hit us up on social media. Hit us up on Instagram. A lot faster at responding to questions there on Instagram. So if you're in town, you're looking for great deals on food, maybe some of the stuff that you've seen here, want to know where it is, some food, just hit us up on Instagram. Happy to answer those questions for you. Trying to see, where is this at? Where were we here? Gosh, we've been so many places. Oh, King Tut's too. That's over at the Luxor on the 2nd level by where the food court is. Really cool. Really cool little museum or experience there at the Luxor. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Cliff. 3-card poker. Oh, thanks, Ajax. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look out for that. I played that once, but I played it with a friend who was kind of coaching me on whether I should continue to bet or throw my cards in. Even if I was winning or losing, because I really had no idea what I was doing there other than spending my money. But it seemed fun. People seem to like it. So, all right, guys, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you all. Thank you again, and we'll see you guys next time.